Hi everyone, Linda Israel here. Thank you so much for being here during my live stream. I greatly appreciate your support. I've pre-recorded this so that we can have some of the behind the scenes done while you listen to me for just a moment. I again want to thank you so very much for being here during my live stream. If you could, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends so that they can come join us. And if you will also give me a comment in the comment section after this video is done, and then definitely speak up in the chat and say hi. Lastly, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Now, if you're watching this as a replay, generally, if you're on a computer, you can go down below and look for the little gear. You can change that and make the speed faster. If you're on a mobile device, look up in the corner, up in this area for three little dots, and you can change the speed there as well. Those of you that are here live, do definitely speak up in the chat. I greatly appreciate you being here. Well, those that are here live earn a virtual currency. Junkie Joe should be coming up here in just a moment, and you'll be able to check how many bucks that you have. What are bucks? They're junk bucks. It's just a virtual point system that I have created on my account when we're live so that you can redeem those once you get to 2,000 for a $10 off coupon to my shop. So you can type exclamation point bucks to see how many that you have. And if you have 2,000 and you're ready for a coupon code, type exclamation point award, and my official note takers will take down that information. Now, if you haven't already created an account on my website at lindaisrael.com, please do so, and then send me a message through the contact form letting me know what your YouTube username is. Why? So I'll have your email address and I can email you your coupon code. Also, if you make a donation throughout this live stream, you can be added to my YouTube donators membership that I have on my website. So again, create an account, say, hey, Linda, I donated, and tell me what your username is on YouTube if it's different. That way I can get you added to that. At the end of this stream, I will have journals made, and you will have the opportunity to win one of those journals. Throughout the live stream, we'll have some various raffles, and we also have in-chat games. So be looking out for that in the chat, and I'll kind of speak it up when I get to it. For example, if you type exclamation point raffle, right now you can be in a chance to win 200 junk bucks. So you'll be well on your way to getting 2,000 junk bucks. Normally, Robin is my official note taker. Sometimes Angelica is my official note taker. It kind of depends on what's going on. These are members and administrators of my Facebook group, the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. If you haven't joined that group, we'd love to have you come and join us over there. What else? Let's keep the chat upbeat, friendly, and helpful. Hey, if you have a question, try to put it in all caps. That way I'll see it. If I don't see it, please don't be offended. The chat sometimes moves fast, and I'm usually looking down trying to create things. So please ask again. But if you know the answer that someone else's question, please go ahead and answer for them. I greatly appreciate that. Let's see, what else? Oh, if you have a YouTube channel, you can't post your link, but you can say, I have a YouTube channel, and tell us a little bit about it. Tell us your channel name, something like that. Tell us what you do. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I'm looking at the time. So roughly 5 minutes is when I'll get started. So it should be just a few more seconds. So definitely hang out in the chat, and we'll get started here in just a moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have made some adjustments to the sound, so let me know. I'm going to test it right now by speaking really loud if it crackles or makes noises, because I think I know what I need to do, but just let me know. Hey, everybody! Hopefully that wasn't too loud in anybody's ears. Hey, so glad you could make it here today. I've been very, very busy. I'll tell you some stories as we get started here. We're going to do some master boards. And there are different styles of Masterboards. Today's style, what I'm doing is using up scraps of paper to then collage onto a large sheet, and then I'll cut those up and use them to make other things to go in my junk journal. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, I just want to make sure it was clear and it wasn't going. Thank you, Lori, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do have some older journals because I've been so busy. I have not been able to prep to get a journal ready. So, where is it? I've lost one. So, I've got an old, thank you so much, Lori. This is a sunflower journal that I made a while back. I have a tutorial showing how I made the cover. I have these, and these are really old. These are some wedding journals that I sold for $29, and when I closed down my craft booths, I took these home. So if you're got someone that you're planning a wedding for, these would also be good that you could take them apart and add them to a journal that you may be working on. And then I have from the garden tea party set, the planner that I made back a few months ago. So I've got those set aside here, and we're going to get started. Sunflower, Robin says. Mine, mine. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, April. Thank you, Tori. I appreciate your friendly, and Laura for your helpful feedback. Hey, Julie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So I have some smaller scraps in that they're narrower, and my plan was I've got some journal cards I want to make. So I've got my little pot of glue here that I add Aleene's tacky glue to and a little bit of water. In fact, what I do is I will empty a larger bottle into my smaller bottle, and when it gets down to the very, very bottom, there's hardly any glue left, I'll add glue to the bottle and shake it really well, and then I have some glue I can add to my little bottle here. Thank you, Robin, for your donation. To my pot, if you will. I'm going to add some thick glue because I had that one a little bit runny this last time. So you want an airtight container so that this doesn't dry up on you. And because my other one did dry up, I filled it with water. I haven't even checked on it since the last live stream to see if it rehydrated. It actually looks a lot better, but I think it's not quite, well, it's getting there. If I leave it alone for a little bit longer, it might loosen up out of there. Wipe my hands off. I got glue everywhere. Oh, 2 of your best friends are getting married soon. Yay! Sam, you love sunflowers too. So does Lori. All right. So I've got a paintbrush. It's about 1 inch wide. Whenever I'm done doing this technique, I put my paintbrush into some water to the side, and that gets the glue out of it, so it's still nice and pliable. And I think what I want to do is I just want to kind of play around and just add some pieces. So I'm going to start in the middle, which is different for me. Kind of middle center here. And I put down some glue. This is a gel print. So I'll put the paper in the glue onto another sheet of paper. This could be a piece of junk mail, a book page. Maybe you've got some papers left over from something you were working on years ago. And that's what I've been doing a little bit of, is using some old papers. So I'm just going to line this up and fill the page. This was a printed page. I believe that was from the Victorian Rose journal kit from Norella. I know y'all are amazed that I remember these, but it's because I use them all the time. Got some music. Got a piece of music here. And I've got a different shade of pink. I want my papers to be going all different directions because I'm going to do a little bit different Masterboard this time around. I do have a tutorial coming out. It should be out, if I get it edited tonight or tomorrow morning, it'll be out tomorrow. It will be for the Friendly Junk Journal People Facebook group. And it is our May challenge. So those of you that are members can get a jump start. It's Masterboards. Take a Masterboard and make one. Take a photo of it. And then cut it up and make it into something. Make it into journal cards, pockets, whatever it is that you want to create. All right, I think I want a piece like that. So I'm just kind of filling in like that. And I think what I want to do is I've got this piece. Hey, it'll fit right there. I try to use pieces of paper that I don't have to cut, at least not initially, to put it down. But I have been known to cut up scrapbook paper and use that. Let's see if this one will work. Yep. Yep. Almost got a mess there. Clean up the glue. Yeah, so it should be somewhat easy, Tori. I saw where you had worked on some last week. So just continue on. Show us a picture of what you've made so far. And we can get you entered in the event. That'll go up tomorrow. So don't be looking for the event in the Facebook group yet. But the event will go up tomorrow. Well, this is still really wet, so I'm trying to move quickly. What if we put this one, it's a little narrow. Okay, that'll work. So I'm going to take this piece. Got a little glue drippage. Glue drippage! Oh my goodness! So Henry and I have had a busy week. He ordered a new embroidery machine. It's what we call a multi-head, so it can do multiple garments at one time. And he was told when he ordered it that it would not be delivered until June. Well, apparently they had a shipment that came in from Japan, and it was a little bit early, you know, like a month and a half early. And we had 3 days to get the shop ready to move this new machine in. And the shop had to be completely reconfigured because of the size of this new piece of equipment. So that's what I've been doing for the past few days, is helping Henry be able to get his new embroidery machine in the shop. And I had a piece of equipment fall on my foot. I have a terrible bruise on the top of my right foot. And I'm sore, and oh my goodness, it's just been a mess. You like using the sheet music paper? Yeah. Those are, I like just grabbing a little bit here and there. I'm going to turn it around so it's not always going in the same direction. Yeah, it was awful. It hurt. But we cleaned up the shop a lot and rearranged, and we're able to get the new machine brought into the shop finally. Thankfully we had my father-in-law's help a little bit, and one of the neighbors came over and helped, and we got it in. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a nightmare. Okay, I think I can put that way. Go this way. I did have a workshop yesterday. I'll show you when we're getting ready to let this page dry a little bit, what kind of papers we made. I told the ladies to come prepared with gloves and aprons, and they were ready to go. We were going to do it outside, but Henry kept saying that the weather said that it was going to rain outside. So I thought, great, we got to move all this equipment. We got to get over this. He did not drop the brick on my foot. I kept saying to Henry, okay, well, we got to get all this office situated and the shop situated. What are we going to do? And he said, well, I have to empty out this room anyway. Why don't you do it over here? So we rearranged, and I was able to have the workshop inside, and it didn't rain. It's usually how it goes, right? All right, so I'm going to lay this on here. And then I'm going to move these scraps out of the way for a moment. That way they're not in my way. Close up my glue pot. And I'm going to use my heat tool to kind of dry this just a little bit because it's hard to cut it when it's wet. Yeah, Henry didn't do it. But he's got the new machine installed. We have a technician coming tomorrow to get it all synced up and the timing correct, because you never know when they're shipped what could happen. Something in it could shift a little bit, so we got to wait on that portion. Yeah, it's when you hurt your feet, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't do anything. All right, I'm going to let this dry for a moment, and I'll show you some of the papers I made. So one of the ladies brought a bunch of purple paper that she tore up, cut up, shredded, and we used that to make paper. It was interesting how the paper came out different colors on either side. A friend of mine gave me a bunch of scraps of fabric, and so I have all these little strips that we embedded into the paper. In fact, this one has a few threads in it as well. Another one of the ladies brought some red. It had red and little flecks of yellow in it. And it's kind of interesting as we progress. Some of the papers look more pink. Some of them have more of an orangey color. Here's some more of that purple. Some of the papers were super duper thick. Some were somewhat thin. This one, she handed me the page that we were, the fabric that we were using to dry with, and it turned this page a little bit purple, but that's all thread, embroidery thread. You like that? Isn't that neat with the fabric in there? More purple, and lots of purple, and lots of this red. I didn't know we had that much paper pulp, but we did. And then I took some paper sacks and tore them up. And I really love how this craft paper came out. Now, when I make my paper, I have a heat press. It's a professional press that you would see in like a t-shirt shop that would press t-shirts. And I use that to press out my paper. In a couple of places there's some loose pieces, but this one was some flowers. I went around my yard last year and I picked up all of the dried lily buds. So these were just dried lily buds that I left in a paper sack so they were nice and dry, and then we just crumpled them a little bit. So occasionally you can see some text from the paper that we use, the recycled paper. Got the flowers. I don't know. It was a lot of fun. We made a lot of paper, as you can see. I think I brought home 50 some odd sheets, and I think the ladies had 30 to 40 sheets. So they didn't leave till almost 5 o'clock. They were there all day. I like how this one turned out. So it was a good day. It was a good day. I was very tired because I was on my feet the whole time. I maybe sat down twice just for like a minute, not even. Love flowers and pieces. Yeah, it's kind of cool, isn't it? You like that? So we'll probably do it again in the fall when the weather cools off, if we do it outside. It kind of depends also around the shop how busy we are, if we can do it inside. All right, so I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off around this outside edge. And I'll put these pieces back in my little bin. We can use those another day. And I'll cut this one off. So how is everybody? Did you have a good weekend? Did you do something fun? Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, Michelle, thank you for subscribing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new to my live streams, you've never been here before, do speak up in the chat and say hi. And I'd love to know how you found me. Did someone share a link? Did you happen to just be on YouTube and it was recommended to you? Or how'd you find me today? There we go. We got a boss fight going on. And I'm trying to see the edge. Cut this off. Cut it off, cut it off. All right, so there we go. Hey, Carrie, welcome, welcome, welcome. So glad to have you here. All right, so now that I've got my foundation page glued together. Now, again, remember, this could be your odd shape, your punched out shapes, all those types of things. I think I have a really old video on how to collage an ATC. And it's the same concept, but I use lots of little pieces and torn papers. All right, so next what I want to do is I'm going to stamp all over this. So I'm going to grab a couple of rubber stamps here. I've got the cone flower right here, so I'm going to stamp it a couple of times. Maybe like right here. So it kind of shows up a little bit because of the other papers. Go like that. I think that'll be good. One more over here. All right. And I'm okay if it doesn't come out as a perfect print. It's okay. Let it just happen wherever it happens. I've got a big, I think this is called Butterfly Collage by Beeline Design. So I'm going to ink that one up. Kind of just stamp it. I'm okay again if it doesn't come out perfect. I'm just wanting to create a fun background. Let's go like here. Okay. And I think I saw, I've got the beach rose. Oh, I've got a clock. Let's do the clock on here a couple of times. I can't remember which way it goes, so I'm going to deliberately turn it the wrong way. And I'm not making it super strong, just kind of filling it in here and there. All right, so I've got the beach rose small. Fill that in a little bit. Filling it up. I think that looks pretty good, so I'll set that aside. I think I've pretty much got stuff a little bit everywhere. Oh, you worked all week. Oh, my goodness. Well, I understand working all week because that's what I did. Bridal shower, mentor gathering. Took your little grandkids to the Little Mermaid. Oh, that's fun. You want a nap already? Don't fall asleep, Sam. Thank you, Sam. Stand up. Put your hands over your head. Breathe. Now reach down, touch your toes. Try to touch your toes. Ooh, a crawfish boil. Oh, how fun. Fun, fun, fun. Oh, we did take an hour on Saturday night after we got done. I was getting my workshop all put together. And once I got that all put together, Henry was working on getting his machine ready to be able to stitch the next day. And he said, you want to go out for a little while? I said, okay. So I went home real fast and cleaned up because I was dirty and had to change my shoes and my well, I think I changed everything. I don't remember. So Henry came home, and we like to drive through the Wendy's drive-through. And so we stopped at Wendy's and got us a hamburger, and then went on down the road to a casino called Newcastle here in Oklahoma. And we each had $5 free play. So I put my $5 in a machine, and I played for a little while, and I won $5. So I played that for a little while, and I was like at 35 cents a bet. So we played for a little while, and then I was down to 30 cents. And I looked at Henry, I don't have any money. And he goes, hang on, hang on. So he gave me a $20 bill, and he put it in the machine, and I played, and I was down $9.50 when all of a sudden the machine starts making a lot of noise, and I won what we call the moolah bonus. Come on, rotate. Well, it won't rotate. It's the unicorn unicow bonus on Planet Moolah. And so I won like 120 free spins, and then it kept winning, and I won additional spins. So I turned my 35-cent bet, I'm trying to get it, 35-cent bet into $129. And I cashed out, and I said, let's go do something else. So we were at the casino not even an hour, and we went home. So it was a nice win. It was fun. All right, so the next portion, what I like to do is I like to do embossing over my page. And you want to make sure that your page is dry, or you want to get out like your perfect crafting pouch by Scrap Perfect and rub it over it. And what that'll do is that will stick to anything wet on the page so that you don't get stray embossing powder all over. I'm going to wipe it down just a little bit. So that should be nice and dry. And I've got out here the corner roses and my Versamark stamp pad. And I'm going to grab my embossing powder. So what I want to do first, I've also got the 1912. So I'm trying to decide. I'll do the roses first. So I will just stamp this randomly here and there. I'm kind of pay attention to where I stamp it so I don't stamp the same thing again in the same spot. Although it does give it a cool effect when you do that. So I'm just inking it up in between. Okay. All right, so sometimes I will stamp multiple layers, but this time I'm going to go ahead and put embossing powder on here. So I'm going to start in this corner, just sprinkle the powder over. When you have a fine lined stamp like this, it just makes it such pretty, delicate, I don't know, almost like a gold lace work when you use the embossing powder over it. So I'm just rotating it around and adding embossing powder. So if you have embossing powder in your stash and it's just been sitting there, get it out and use it. Okay, I'm just almost all the way around. Trying to get all of it. Okay. Quick, before it dries. Exactly, you got to be fast. That's what it's good to have a newer or a ink pad that you just re-inked. Then you have a little bit more time. Okay, so I've got that layered up. I'll close this just so I don't have embossing powder flying around. And let's heat this up, and then we'll do another layer. Yeah, Versamark, it's very wet. It doesn't dry really quick. But I know what you mean. You gotta hurry, hurry, hurry. Yeah, embossing on it. You could also use your embossing folders. You know, cut it into pieces and then use your embossing folders on it. I'm trying to emboss. Now remember, if you're, hey Janice, if you're using embossing powder, you don't want your face right over it. If you're going to be doing a lot of embossing, I do recommend that you wear a mask so that you're not breathing in all of the fumes and the dust particles from the embossing powder. I don't care what brand it is, you're still, you know, don't want that in your breathing, your respiratory system. Okay, I'm just coming across here. I don't know if you can see the little gold on there coming through. Get my spoon out of the way. I'm liking it. You don't want to stick your hand in the hot embossing powder either because it's hot. It will hurt. And don't do it in front of an open window because you'll have the wind will blow the powder around. Yep. Make sure you close your container. Okay. Well, my paper is definitely getting dry now since I'm using the heat tool on here. And sometimes it takes a little bit of time to do this step, but I think it's so worth it in the end. And I also recommend that you always wear pants when you're crafting, or at least an apron that comes down to your knees, because I have dropped hot glue on my legs when I was wearing shorts, and I still have a scar from that. Or sneeze. Yep, there you go, Lori. Don't be sneezing. Not with embossing powder. It'll go everywhere. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here today. I greatly appreciate your support. If you haven't already, get in on the raffle. No naked crafting. Not unless you like injuries. Do you want to explain to the doctor, how did you get hot glue there? Well, doctor, you see, I decided to go to my craft room, but I was naked. Hey, Rhonda, we've had some crazy thunderstorms that started early this morning, and I lost power a couple of times. I was getting worried that if it kept up, we weren't going to be able to live stream. But it settled down. Okay, I think for the most part I've got that done. I'm going to smooth it out over the edge of my desk so it's not so curled up. I want to also do the 1912 stamp, so I will stamp it up, and then we're going to over stamp. Emboss that. What is that? Ink it up and over stamp. I can't get my words out. My words got lonely and left. So I'm just kind of rotating it and then stamping. All right, I rotated this. Which way did I go? I can't remember. All right, since I can't remember, I'll put some embossing powder on here and see if I got it, which way I've got it covered. Okay, that way did get covered. I'm finally almost using up this embossing powder that I have had for many, 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 many years. Okay. Go over this way. Okay, so we still need to do this side here. Kind of helps to put the powder on it so I know what I need to do. Stamp it there. And we're going to need to stamp it going this way. Okay, close it up after I put some more powder on here. Okay. Dumping the powder on again. Okay, there we go. We don't deal with tornadoes where you are now. But fire, yeah, fire is no fun. Oh, I hope you get to enjoy that. I hope it doesn't go away for you, Janice. You have some pretty weather. Yeah, fires are a scary, scary thing anywhere you are. Hello, Ruby Lily. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My cherry trees are blooming. I got lots of blossoms on my cherry trees, which means I should get quite a few cherries this year if we don't have a storm that knocks them out. And last year, I saved some of the cherries. My neighbor, actually, I take that back. I gave cherries to a friend of mine who made a bunch of cherry pies, but she also used what was left over before they rotted and dyed some paper with the cherries. So she gave me a few sheets of that. And then my blackberry bush is blooming. And last year was the first year to get blackberries. And I gave away a bunch of blackberries for people to make cobbler with. And believe it or not, I never did get to make cobbler. But I did manage to save a few blackberries before they rotted to dye some paper. I got some real pretty dark purple burgundy papers. You're getting in on the cherries this year? Okay, Robin. May have to come over and have you pick them. Because last year, I know I had, I don't know, 15 or 20 pounds of cherries. Oh, I will. I'll take some pictures for her. I know she loves those cherry trees. Do a cherry journal, yeah. Oh, thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Thank you so very much. Okay, getting this embossed. We're going around. Do some cherry dyed paper and make some cherry journal pages. I'll have to take some pictures of the cherries. Oh, Sam got herself a coupon. I haven't talked to Narelle in a few days. I know she's been busy. She did a bunch of spring cleaning while the boys were out of school. Oh, thank you, Ruby Lily, for your donation. I bugged her one day, but she said, my computer's all tore apart. I said, okay, no problem. We'll get you another day. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye. Don't let me bug you. Oh, if you are subscribed to my newsletter, be on the lookout. This week I will be sending out a newsletter with a poll in it asking you about going on a junk journal cruise. A cruise ship would leave out of Galveston, Texas. We're looking at September 23rd of 2023. So you would have a little over a year to plan it on Carnival Cruise Lines. If you are interested in going, then I'll have some instructions for you to contact me with your name, date of birth, so that I can get that information, email address. If you are a current VIP member with Carnival, then their VIP number, and I can give that to my travel agent, and he will help us get all the books booked together. All right. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. Cherries are good for you. Used to pick them in the summer before we moved here. Yeah, good stuff, huh? All right, y'all get in on the raffle for 200 junk bucks. All right. Just cleaning my hands off. A drink of water, or actually tea. For a piece of cherry pie, you would ignore your gluten intolerance and cheerfully suffer. Cheerfully. All right. I think what I want to do, I think I want to cut this into strips. I've got some journal cards I want to make. All right, y'all get in on the raffle. We're going to do that in just a moment. Had to clean my hands off. Oh, by the way, those of you that donate, I greatly appreciate you donating. And by the way, if you donate, that also nets you a membership on my website at lindaisrael.com. So go over there and log in by creating a user account, and then send me a message that says, "Hey, Linda, I donated on YouTube during your live stream, and my username is," if it's different than your actual name, "and I will get you added to my YouTube donator membership." So I'm just cutting 1 1/4 inch strips out of these. And you can see how it looks so different when you cut it down. So this one would be really good for lots of smaller pieces of paper, because then you get a variety in your strip. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I know I want one more. That makes 6. All right, so I'm going to use those to make journal cards. I'm going to set this aside for right now. We'll use it later on. All right, so I'm just going to stack up 3 of these. Pecan crust. There you go. A pecan crust. Well, that would be interesting. All right, so I've got some journal cards I want to use, and they are 7 inches. So I'm going to cut these into 7-inch strips. And then we're going to do the raffle here. And we'll have little pieces left over. We'll do something with those. Okay, turn it this way. Go to 7 inches. Got to get it all lined up. Sometimes it's easier just to cut them one at a time instead of trying to get them all lined up. Okay. Hey, Sally, welcome, welcome, welcome. We missed you Sunday. You didn't come make paper with us. All right. Y'all enter the raffle. We're going to get started here in just a moment. I believe I'm going to put these on the papers, but I think I want a backer piece of paper to go around that. So, what color? Since I'm doing pink, I could use scrapbook paper. Let me see if I've got something in this paper pad. Maybe I've got something that would look really good with that. That's a really bright pink. There's a green. There's a, I think it needs more of a solid. Oh, maybe that polka dot. So what if this, and then we had a piece of the white. so I'm just going to do this for a second. We did a little pink. I think that would be a good little border, and we're going to stitch these together, so I think that'll be good. So I'm going to pull this one out. I'm using a scrapbook paper. One more down out of a million to go. Okay. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. All right, so I think since I did 1.25 inches here, maybe 1.5 inches. Yeah, I think 1.5 inches would give us a nice little border. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this down. So I'm going to cut off 5 inches. And then I'll rotate this around this way and make 1.5 inches. Is that what I said? Or should I go 1 3/4? I think 1.5 is good. And we'll cut 6 of those. 1, 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's what I did, didn't it? And we'll just set that aside to use later. Raffle! I'm doing it! Okay, y'all ready? Ice cream. Hey, instead of having a cherry pie, just make the cherry filling and dump it over ice cream. That fixes your gluten problem. Alright, so the winner of 200 junk bucks is Nadine Wheeler. Congratulations, Nadine. Alright, let me get a prize. I had some laying here. Okay. Let's do, these are gel prints. Open. So you could use these gel prints, cut the white border off, and glue them all together, or not, because that's kind of crazy colored, but then you could make your own little Masterboard using some gel prints that I made. This was at a workshop that I went to, and I happened to find these, so these are the last ones. Alright, so y'all enter the raffle. Okay, so I've got my journal cards that I want to put those on. And then I've got these strips. So we're going to do 2 things here. We're going to get the sewing lamb ready. Let's put him where you can see him. And I'm going to get out my Distress ink pad. I'm going to add a little bit of ink to it. So I just used the re-inker and just put a couple of dots on the pad. And then I make sure my hands are clean. You're here, Nadine. So glad to have you. Welcome, welcome. All right, so I'm just going to go around the edges of these pieces. Lay those over here. So this is a quick way to use up those scraps, and then we're going to make journal cards, large journal cards out of this set. Okay. Add some distressing. Your back was talking to you. Oh my gosh, tell him to leave you alone. Get him over here in front of this video, April, and I'll tell him. This is your time. How dare he interrupt? Oh dear. It's funny because I turn off my cell phone sound. It may come across on my watch, but I'll turn it off, and Unless I know it's like really important, I don't answer phone calls. Alright, so I'm just adding some distress inks to this pink piece. If you don't have the pink polka dot paper, you could always get the polka dot stencil and make some. I was just trying to use up instead of creating another piece of paper. I had these already. Let's use it up. Okay. I also like doing what I call masks creating, because you can make several of them at one go, and then you have them when you're ready to use them. I haven't done this in a while, so I feel like I needed to do it today and last week. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is take these pieces and glue them together, and then we're going to go to the sewing machine in a moment. When I call, it's important, Robin says. Well, if I get to the phone in time. Did this get cut shorter than it was supposed to? No? Okay. Okay. Just trying to get it lined up there. Apparently I cut it a little bit longer. That happens. But I'm going to put my piece of, or my acrylic block over the top of it to let that smooth out a little bit. I'm not putting a whole bunch of glue on it, but just a little bit. Yeah, you don't bother him when he's watching stuff. The filling will have a lot of flavor if you use a rice flour. I have a friend that is allergic to gluten, so I've seen cakes that she's made, and they're usually really yummy. Okay, trim that off. Put that under here. Squish. Squish, squish. Oh, he walked away? Your husband will ask you a question, walk away, and get cranky because he can't hear my answer. Because he walked away before you could answer him. It's like, wait. Just explain to him as you get older, it takes you longer to respond because you got to find the file folder in your head for the answer. So I got to go through my index. Hang on before I get to that answer. And you're like, well, it's just yes or no. It says, but there might be consequences. I have to, know what I'm supposed to. What am I supposed to be doing here? Okay. Hercules and Oreo got haircuts. Oh, I forgot to post pictures. I'll have to post the pictures on my page. They got haircuts. They were due. They're getting a little bit shaggy. And I noticed now that Oreo got his hair cut again, he's getting more growths. He's got, I have not had it officially diagnosed. I'm not going to. I believe he's got cancer. He's got bumps that have popped up all over his body. And I just watch him. None of them have burst. And he doesn't seem to be in discomfort. But sometimes it's hard for him to like jump up on the bed and stuff. So we're just watching that. But I notice he's getting some more bumps popping up under his skin. Of course, he's an old dog. He's 12. And this breed usually lives until they're about 13, 14 years old. You might get lucky and make to 16, but they look pretty sad. Your husband has gone to paint a yard windmill for his mom. Oh, how fun, Janice. Cranky, old, whatever. Your husband's still asleep. Well, he can't come ask you questions, right? Don't be doing me that way. All right, so now what I'm going to do is we'll go over to the sewing machine and we'll stitch down the sides, which will give this kind of a neat look by stitching down these sides. So I'm going to put this under here. And we'll go over to the sewing machine. I'm going to clean my stamp off. I just realized it's got goopy stuff from the Versamark ink pad. And it makes it sticky. I need to do this one too while I'm at it. Okay. All right, let's go over to the sewing machine. Again, when you go to sew, you want to make sure that your glue is dry, that you're not using old thread. You can use your regular sewing machine and regular needle, regular thread. See you later, Janice. Enjoy. He knows I watch Linda every Monday. Sewing lamb. All right, so I'm just going to stitch right down this edge here, like so. So what else did we do? Am I out of thread? I am. I'm out of thread. All right, come on, machine. It's a good thing that I've loaded some bobbins, even though this one is empty. All right, let's go like this. So next week, what my plan is, I will make a journal using some of these pieces that I've made the past week and last week and this week. And the journal will be predominantly pink with teal in it. I'm going to use all kinds of different images. I've got some images from All About Robin's kit. I think I saw some from the Victorian Rose kit. I'm trying to remember what other one that I saw some big sheets that I was going to use from. Alright, I like that. So there, oh, it didn't cut. Got that piece cut? Alright, we'll do the next one. Sew it, lamb. What else? I don't know if I will do a video Thursday, since it's the first Thursday of the month. If I have time, I've got to go work for Henry tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll have time to get everything prepped and ready to do a mixed media Thursday. Whether it be I make something with some mixed media papers, or we take some papers and use some acrylic paint and whatever else we can decide. Kind of like we're doing with the Masterboard. These go pretty cool. Oh, what happened? Oh, my thread wasn't threaded in my machine. Well, we're just going to have sewing issues today. But that's okay. Don't let it frustrate you. Just check the machine. You may need to thread it like I did. Well, I didn't catch it. Come on. Cooperate now. Because I'm blind. I can't see that needle hole to thread it. And Henry's not here. There we go. It'll be double perforated. Alright, got that one. Waffle iron. Waffle irons are good for things other than waffles. We made muffins in our waffle iron, and that was pretty good. And there was something else we were making in our waffle iron besides waffles. Somewhere I've got a panini press. And I have an old, I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a sandwich press. You were supposed to put 2 pieces of bread filled with whatever, and it would press it into triangular shapes. TV gadgets. That's Henry. He loves to buy those gadgets. As seen on TV. He doesn't buy as many now because we don't watch regular TV, so we don't get all the commercials. But he got into New Wave oven, New Wave products, and he bought they've got their tabletop ovens. He's got a hot plate. What else did he get? I think he got the NutriBullet from them, or some kind of nutrition bullet blender tool. He likes his gadgets. It's funny. And I like craft gadgets, so I'll buy tools for my craft room. He buys stuff for the kitchen. It's time to clean out. There's a lot of those things we don't use anymore. So they're just collecting dust. Pushed back in the cabinet somewhere, taking up room. Fun, fun, fun. Alright, we're almost done sewing. And then we will decorate some cards. And then cut up some more papers. We're almost there. Oh my gosh. I guess Hercules is in the other room. He didn't come in here and lay down like he normally does. Come on, don't just stay in one spot. Alright. There we go. That's what happened. I was trying to figure out why I have music in my ears, and it's like it got really loud, and I put my phone back in my pocket and I hit the volume button. Alright, so we got these pieces, and then we've got some journal cards. So if I put this, let's see, this is which way do I like better? I guess it doesn't really matter. I think I like that way. So if I were to put that here, what else could we put behind there? Well, I think it needs a little design. And I think the romantic swirl would be a good one for that. You can get that as an unmounted stamp. Mine is 20 some odd years old. So it's mounted on wood, which they don't do anymore because of cost. But you can't order this stamp, the romantic swirl. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting out my ink here. So I think I want this like that. So I'm going to take my stamp and kind of gauge where I want it. Just like that. And then this is going to go over the top of it. I think I'm going to leave a little gap over here on the side. And then maybe we'll get a sentiment to put at the top. What do you think? Maybe we'll do the word journal. Alright, so if I did this right about here. So I'm just going to stamp these all out. I got 6 of them. Put it right there. Ink it up. Stamp it up. 2 more. Last one. Like so. Alright, put this away. So I think what I want to do for now is go ahead and glue this down on the page. You like that image? Thank you. Yeah, wood stamps do take up a lot of room. It's just a simple stamp. So I'm just putting glue on my strip. And I'm going to put it just a little bit from the edge here. Glue that down. And I'll just put my acrylic block on top of it to kind of help smooth it out. And we'll do the next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I happened to find an envelope full of paper that was already cut to 5 by 7 from when I used to make framed art to sell. I would do a collage sheet like this, do a rubber stamp, and then put a sentiment and then frame it. And I'm doing the same concept, but just making a journal card out of it. You have 2 stamps? Well, then you must really like that style if you've got 2. I'm starting to go through my stamps. I'll be listing them for sale that are my old non-Beeline, non-Linda Israel stamps. I haven't decided if I want to call the category previously owned or once loved, formerly loved. I want everything but used. I'm trying to find the right ways to call it because, you know, some of these stamps I never used. They're brand new. Hasn't even been inked up. And some of them are like so dirty. You think, wow, she must have loved this stamp. And I did. I used it all the time. It's filthy. See you later, Tori. Have a good night. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, I like that. This is looking pretty good, I think. And you could collage more things on here if you want. You could even stencil some more. Okay. All right, get the last one glued down. Okay. Yeah, Christmas things, yes, for sure. You could use this same technique to make a bunch of Christmas cards. Use some Christmas colors that you like. All right, so I'm just going to set this on here for a second. I think I want to clean my desk a little bit so I don't get ink on the backs of my cards. So kind of handy to have this craft mat here. Cleans up pretty easily. There we go. I'll clean my hands. My hands get dirty. Alright, so let's see what kind of sentiments do we want to put on here. Do we want to add a butterfly? I have this butterfly out. We could stamp that. It's going to take some time, but we could stamp it and color it pink. Let me get a sheet of paper here. That might work. Maybe we'll do 2 with a butterfly. How's that? So I will stamp this 1 and 2. Okay, and let's color that. I'll get my colored pencils out here. Got this shade of pink. This shade of pink. Do I want to get my, maybe a lavender. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come in here and just kind of add a little bit of lavender in the middle. This is one thing that I like about colored pencils, watercolor pencils. You know, I don't have to be precise when I'm coloring, I can come in here and just add. I'm just trying to see what I want next. So now I've got a pink. Just filling in the outside edge. I'm going to fussy cut this out, so I'm not really worried about the outside edge so much. Okay. Alright, and then I've got this darker pink that I want to come in here where that black is. Okay. There we go. Okay. So now I'm just going to take my watercolor brush that has a little bit of water in it. I need to fill it up, it looks like. And kind of come in here and paint it out. Coloring in. It's coming out a little more lavender than pink, but I think I like it. Okay, come around to this side. I think I like it. Kind of bring in some more of that. Fun, fun, fun. There we go. Get that over there. All right, clean up my brush. Almost there. Ah, gotcha. All right, so I'm just going to come in here. Scraps over there. Let's see how this is going to turn out. I could come back in with some Tattered Angels if I wanted. But I think I'm going to flip through these cards and see which one this looks best on. Layering. Oh, I should find some cheesecloth because that's Robin's favorite. Like, I think that one would look good on there. Maybe that one. Okay. Real exciting things watching me fussy cut out a butterfly. I wasn't as well prepared for today because I've been so busy. But I think I'm going to have a little more time this week to prep for Monday, where I'm going to use all of these pieces. I've saved some from each session to put into a journal on Monday. All right, there we go. Let's add some distress inks to the butterflies. Coffee dyed some last week. Oh, little bits. You like it? Well, I'm glad Margie's okay. I worry when I don't see her. I'm like, oh, is she okay? But I know she's had computer issues too. I think we need some cheesecloth. I kind of do. If I can find it, it disappears sometimes. I think Robin sneaks into my room and takes it. And of course, today I don't see it, so must be Robin's fault. Oh, you know what? Here. I got a doily. I don't know that I want a doily. Maybe one doily like that, but we'll spray it. Okay, so let's paint it. Let's paint it. So what color? I've got this. This is the Enchanted Rose, which sold out. But I still have some of it, so that's a whole different shade of pink. But I've got some peacock gold here. Oh, my nozzle must be clogged. I've got some walnut gold. Let's see if this one is cleared off. Which kind of gives it a little more grunge to it. And let's use our heat tool and dry that real fast. Robin burned the cheesecloth. Some people cut them off. I understand. Some people, Beverly of Beeline Design, she can get so stinking close to those antennae. Dry. Draw them, yeah. You don't have patience for them, Robin says. Okay, I kind of like that. So, what if we take that? Whoopsie. And I'm going to fold it in half. So I have my halfway point. Get my big scissors. And we're going to use some Distress inks on the edges. So I'm just stacking them one on top of the other so they have a little more strength. If you ever have really thin paper that you want to add distressing to it, we'll cut another piece of paper to fit behind it. And then you don't have to worry about the top paper that you're trying to decorate ripping. Okay. So what if we put this right here with the butterfly on top? We're crooked. I kind of like that. And I think we need a sentiment now, so let me look at my words. Now I know which ones I want to use. All right, now. I've got so many stamps now, I haven't finished indexing all of them so that I know where everything is. I probably already have them out. Oh, here we go. I think that's the ones I want. All right. I've been updating my website, so I've been trying to put all the sentiments on the description of the stamp so that you have it as a searchable item. Beauty is soul deep. How about if we were to stamp that up here? And I've got live each moment. Maybe we'll put it down here in the bottom. Live each moment. Okay, I like that. All right, so get an acrylic block. So if you want Beauty is Soul Deep, you can just search Beauty is Soul Deep on my website. And that stamp should pop up. I gotta always have to look at it. Do I have it straight? Okay. go right here. Let it set and rest so it soaks the ink into the paper. There we go. Beauty is soul deep. And then I've got live each moment. That we'll put down here. Okay, I like that. Woo! Oh, I know what else we can get. Hang on. Since I couldn't find the cheesecloth, I've got some eyelash yarn. So let's get that out. There we go. There's the end. Alright, so what I'll do is I'm going to glue down the doily. I'm just going to put some little dots all over the back side here. You could use your glue stick if you like to use that. Alright. Oh, don't stick. Don't stick where I don't want it. Okay, put it like that. See if I got it somewhat straight. Somewhat. Okay, and then we'll do this one. Making some journal cards. I'm taking my time because I'm wanting to do embellishments and whatnot. Okay, line that one up. Alright, so what I want to do is get a little piece of this eyelash yarn and lay that in here. Another piece. And lay that one in here. Going like that. Ah, don't stick to my finger because it's got glue on it. Can't help it. That's what happens. Okay, got that. So now we're going to put a generous amount of glue on the back of our butterfly and trap that eyelash trim under the butterfly. Alright, so we'll put that right here. Put that down. And then I'm going to get an acrylic block. Lay that on top. Hey Sheila, welcome. Do we need, I think we need some bling. I know Robin's always like, put some bling on there. So we'll put some bling on them. Okay, where's my other block? Alright, let me dig around here. I've got this bling. We could, let me see what's in here. Sometimes I have little thin stuff. There's one. I've got this little thin line. So what if I cut that to be the same length as the body of the butterfly? I'm using bling, Robin. You forget you have doilies? You like the doily, Sam? Thank you. Oh, the rain clouds. Maybe we need to hurry up and get off here then. Because I don't want to lose power. Oh, I like it. What do you think? Was that good? Do you like it? I need your validation, don't you know? Oh, dear. Tell me, do you like it? Do you like it? Alright, let's see. Bling! I used to buy this because I made greeting cards and I would always put it on my greeting cards. I really like how that looked. Let's help glue it down. Yeah, I make you so happy when I bling things. Well, thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. Okay. So, we got 4 more cards. What are we going to put on those? I like it. Oh, let's set those over there for a second. Alright, so I got 2 more cards. How about if we did a rose on there. I was going to see if I had one. I have this I could fussy cut out. I think it goes that way. I have this one that could go here. I may have another doily. Alright, I'm going to quickly fussy cut this one out. Norella puts these dark lines around these images that if you have like a scanning cut, you can set that into your machine and then it'll go around this outside edge and fussy cut these items out for you. If y'all didn't know that. And she did that because I prompted it. I had people ask and I was trying to do it and I couldn't get it to work, and I said, is it possible that you put a darker line? And she said, yeah, I could do that. I said, okay, good. Oh, my nose itches. Maybe we need something else. I only have one. Do I have one doily here or two? I just have one. What if we did... I don't think I have two anyway. Oh, there is two here. But what if we did the half one again? Let's see. If I did the half one again and put it this way, like that. I think I like that. So let's spray this one again with some pinks. Let's do a darker pink this time. I think I have a party pink or a deep cherry pink. What do I have? I have wild pink from the Wild and Free kit. So let's shake that up. Poke, poke, nudge, nudge. All right, y'all enter the raffle. I'm going to do this. All right, I'm going to come back with the walnut gold if I can find it again. Oh, I've got Vanilla Breeze. This might look good. This was from the Enchanted Rose set. Adds a little more gold to it. What else do I have here? I have a deep purple. Oh, it's dried up the nozzle again. So I spray it with alcohol and usually kind of rub on it. And sometimes it'll work. Sometimes I need to take the whole unit apart and clean it. But I do offer in my shop spray nozzles. If y'all are ever just done with trying to use the Tattered Angels, it's just not cleaning up for you, then head over to my shop and just put in replacement sprayers. I think is what I have. Alright. I think I'm going to have to blow my nose, so I'm getting this ready so I can turn my head away. Alrighty. Pardon me for a moment. Alright. I did that with one hand, believe it or not. Still wet. Alright, so I need both hands so I can clean my hands. Okay. Come on now. I'm trying to put my stuff away where it goes. Alright, we're going to use another doily just for Robin. Oh, Robin got a coupon code. Oh, my goodness. You want me to send you an email? Yeah, Robin, is that like talking to yourself, but instead it's typing to yourself? Well, Robin just earned a coupon code. So thank you, Robin, for being so supportive and being here at almost every single live. Alright, I don't want to use that pair of scissors. Where's my other scissors? They were just here. I got 3 pairs of scissors out, and now I can only find 2. And yes, I have scissors for different applications. Alright, I'm going to cut this in half. Still a little damp there in the middle. And let's put some Distress ink around the edge. Sorta, kinda. Oh, thank you, Robin. Replacement sprayer. There's the link. She's hooking you up. Alrighty. So let's see how this is going to look. If we put that here and then put this down on top of it. Yes? No? Maybe? I'm just trying to use up things I already have. Alright, so I think before I put those down, we're going to do the same with the eyelash yarn. So I'll get a couple of these pieces out. So we got those. Alright, move that over here. Let's glue down the doily first. Alright, y'all enter the raffle if you haven't already. Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you so much. Well, I thought, you know, showing you the same concept, but adding different things on top of it, how much different each one can look. Okay, get that flat. Let's do this one. I'll put this one over here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to put a little piece of this over here. And this will go over the top of it. Okay. And then this one's going to go over here. So I'll kind of make a little circle out of it. Alright, let's put that on top. And then let's look for a different sentiment. We may end up not using one. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I'm going to put more glue on there. Okay. It's just a little bit that peeks out behind. Alright, I'm going to put a block on here to help squish it into place. Okay. We got to put some bling on it too. Because of Robin, we have to have bling. Alright. So what sentiment would we want to put on there? Thank you, Rhonda, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The cards are elegant. Very elegant. I'm trying to decide what would look good. Maybe the word journal stamped. Let's see. I've got the journals. Let's see if I've got a strip. Here we go. There's a little strip. Let's see if we've got, which one? Do we want this one? Will that fit in there? I think it'll have to be this one. I use this one a lot. This is from the Journal Quartet 2 stamp set. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to go cattywampus here. I got fibers all over my desk. Alright, so I'm going to stamp it right here. And then we'll stamp it again. like that. Put the stamp away. And then I'll cut these apart. Like so. I think I'll add some distress ink and try to knock back that white just a little bit. So I just kind of came in a little bit with my distress tool. Okay. So let's see how this looks. What if we put that right there? And right there. And then we'll add some bling. All right, we're about ready to do the raffle. I think I'm just going to do one more raffle here. I may get off early today. How's the storms out there? I'll put this back up here in my butterfly stash. Okay, let's put this on here. You like those? And put that right here. And I was using scraps. The roses, I believe, are from the Victorian Rose kit from Calico Collage. I like how that turned out. Purty, huh? We don't, the tornadoes usually go around us. Okay, 1 hour it will start to be 50 mile an hour. Okay. 50 minutes? Okay. Okay. I'm not worried about tornado. I'm worried about the electricity going out while I'm live streaming. And killing my computer and killing the stream and all that. I need some water. I like how these are coming out. So there's the second set. Here's the first set. I think I need to put some bling on here, right? We said that already. So what kind of bling do we want this time? Oh, do I have... Oh, I only have one of those. Do I have any more? I don't buy a lot of bling. I've got some other bling here, but I don't think that's too much for this. I think I'll save those. Yeah, that's not what I want right now. Okay. What else we got in here? That's just random bling. Well, I've got this bigger bling. Maybe we'll do the bigger bling. I was trying to see if I had two of something that we could use, but I don't. I was looking for some like little filigree type. I have these. Oh, let's use this. I need to use this up. Come on, let's open up. I'm probably opening it up the wrong way, but that's okay. I have this bling that looks like a little line. So what, maybe right there? Just a little piece underneath. So we'll cut it at an angle, and then this should peel off. How's that? I kind of like it. A little bling under there. A little bling! Yeah, we go outside and look at them. You don't hide. You go outside and look. Look at the sky. Unlike the television show that said, don't look up. That was a silly movie. Okay. Let's put that right here. Okay, I like it. Oh my goodness, you're lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. All right, so we made some more journal cards. We got 2 more to make out of this series. So I'll find something else to go in there. Bling! Oh, my nose is itching. Okay, let's see. Aw, thank you, Julie. It's just playing with stuff. Alright, so what do we want in the next one? We did a rubber stamp image. We did a digital image. I'm trying to see if I've got something else that I have 2 of. There might be 2 of these. These are from Tim Holtz. I don't know, they're kind of dark. But I have 2 of them. I think we need something light behind it. And I think it needs to be a full piece of something. Oh, I found the cheesecloth! Sorry, did I frighten anybody? I found the cheesecloth! We're gonna use it! Alright, I'm gonna put it where it's supposed to go, which is right there. I'm gonna get my spray box. So, I think it needs to be pink. So I'm just gonna lay this piece of cheesecloth out, and I'm gonna get the paler pink. I think it was the Enchanted Rose pink. If I can find it again. Because I put it back where it's supposed to go. There we go. There's the Enchanted Rose pink. So we'll spray this. And I might as well spray both sides. Just so that we don't have any white peeking through on it. And I've got, this is Vanilla Rose, so it's going to have a little bit of a pearlescent shimmer to it. You had those little blings in your stash? I got them years ago when they were on sale. Okay, I like that. I think that's what it needs behind there. Oh, hurricanes, yeah, those are scary. I think a hurricane to me is scarier than a tornado. Because now they've got such good warning systems that we can usually get out of the way of a tornado pretty quick. Not the Tim Holtz embellishments. Maybe I'll do something to it. Alright, it's getting dry. Let's see what we can do here. Let's see if this will make a difference. Kind of pulling it apart a little bit. So if we did that, see, that makes it stand out a little better, doesn't it? See, I know what I'm talking about sometimes. You just have to have the right layer. And I think if we were to put some glitter on this and maybe add an additional element on top of it. That's a lot of cheesecloth on this one, so I'm going to trim some of it off. I think that's what I want. There we go. I know it's a different look than the other, but is that better? Okay. Snow, stick to earthquakes. You like that? Love that, April? Thank you. So maybe, do I have... Oh, I've got these little butterflies. Come on. Come out there. Come out there. Come on. Come out there. What if we did a little butterfly? Maybe some glitter? Let's put some Distress ink on the butterfly. Yes, I said glitter. Yes, I said glitter. Okay, like that. Oh, I know what the Tim Holtz thing needs Distress inks on it. I have had these Tim Holtz things forever, and I keep pulling them out, and then they get put back. So I'm like, I have got to do something with these. Okay. That one has a little bit on there. Okay. With the butterfly. With the word glitter. I have some somewhere. Let's see. I don't even know if this is any good. I've got some glitter medium. Oh, that's a liquid. Okay, cool. That might work. All right. I think we need some more of the eyelash yarn under here. So what I'm going to do is take this piece up and just kind of squiggle some glue down. And then put this over the top. Trying to catch that glue. We'll do this one the same way. Alrighty. Alright, yarn. I'm in the zone. Give me a moment. You want that the flippy fuzzy thingies to come out. You see that? Okay, let's glue this down. You have all of them from that pack? Yeah, I don't believe her. No glitter. Yeah, you can change your cheesecloth, the color of it, just by Tatter Angels. Boom, you're done. My friends, you guys love to coffee dye and tea dye. I forget to do the cheesecloth. I think I'm going to try to do some next time I do some coffee dyeing. I'm just going to lay this on top for a moment. Okay. turn this like that. Hey, Margie! Yay! I'm so glad you stopped by. I've been taking my time making oversized journal cards. I keep saying greeting cards. All right, so get another stamp block to put on top. And we're going to put these butterflies on. So let me put these butterflies away while I'm waiting on that to dry a little bit. I do have some gold glitter paint. So we may add some gold glitter paint. And I think we need a sentiment on here. I just put up all the butterflies. Oh my gosh, Linda. I had butterflies out that I wanted to use. There's one. Let's see if I can find another one. Seriously? How did I manage to do that? And now I can't find them? There's not that many in here, y'all. Here's one. Pink. Okay, let's do this again. But leave the ones out that I need. Okay. Do I have... Oh, I have this. It says butterfly. Since we have a little tiny butterfly, I have another one. Okay, cool. That worked out. Okay, let's see how this looks. That looks like it's sticking down. All right, so I'm going to get a little paintbrush. This is one of my little dinky ones. So this is some Pebo glitter medium. I don't know why I have it. I do not recall buying it. It may have been given to me. Ooh, look at that. It's got lots of glitter in it. So I'm just going to come in here and just kind of just add glitter in a couple of spots. So you won't see it on camera, but it'll have some sparkle. Let's see, there's some little flowers up there. I'm just kind of painting in where there's flowers. Okay, I think I like that. Just putting a touch of glitter on it. Kind of reminds me of those old-fashioned greeting cards that you could get that would have a little bit of glitter. And you probably can't see it, but right now it just looks shiny, but there's glitter in there. All right, let's do this one the same way. It's liquid glitter. That's what I said, glitter medium. Liquid glitter. It's still glitter. And I'm just coming in here and adding glitter. And then I'll use my heat tool here in just a moment and see how it reacts and dry it so then we can attach the little butterflies. And I think we're going to get off early here today so we can avoid the thunderstorm. Oh, thank you, Margie, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, thank you, Rhonda, for your donation, and Janice, and Ruby Lily, and Nadine, and Robin, and Lori. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let me dry these. Yeah, I'm using it. Liquid glitter is glitter. I ain't lying. It says glitter medium. And apparently it says it's flammable. I don't want to touch it yet. I want to make sure that it's dry. But it puts a little bit of a touch of glitter on there. I like it. Just need $4 for the journal raffle. Alright, so what if we put a little butterfly right there? Let me get my little tweezers. Is that where we want it? Is there? And then we'll put the word butterfly maybe right there somewhere. I think that's what we want. Okay. Put some glue on it. That glitter's still a little wet, but I think it's going to be okay. Alright, well, let's put some glue on that one. Yeah, with glossy gel medium. Yeah, you could, Julie. Just add glitter to it. I would only make as much as you're going to use because you probably won't store very well. Thank you, Laura, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, then what I'll do here in just a moment, did we make it? Oh, we need $2 more. I will finish these journal cards, and then I will show the journals that I've got here today, because I think I want to get off here early because there's a thunderstorm headed our way, and we're supposed to have really high winds, and it will knock my power out, because it always does, the most inconvenient time. So if y'all haven't already gotten in the raffle for the free gel prints, do that now, and then we'll do the last raffle here in just a moment. Okay, let's put that right here. All right, well, we need some bling, don't we? We've done bling on the others. We got to do bling on this one. So let's find the little bling. I think. Thank you, Robin, for your donation. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so we've got this one. I think if I did maybe 3 in a row. Okay. So we're going to put that right here. Push that down. Coolio! Well, be on the lookout. I hope to get the video done by tomorrow for the May challenge inside the Friendly Junk Journal people on Facebook doing Masterboards. You like that? This is still a little wet. You bumped yourself out. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Nadine, for your donation. Yes, it's best to have the computer off in a storm. That I agree. Okay, so let's quickly go back through the journal cards I made. So these are the same strip that I made, but I stamped, added cheesecloth. This is a Tim Holtz little flower. Y'all have seen them. I know you've seen them. 15 minutes. Okay, we gotta hurry. And then the rubber stamp is the Butterfly Beauties Cube. Butterfly Beauties Cube from Beeline. And the word butterfly is part of a set of 4 stamps that says bee, butterfly, bird, and dragonfly. So I'm going to set these so they're not touching so that the glitter can dry. These two, I sprayed some Tattered Angels on a doily. And we use some of that eyelash trim. This is from the Journal Quartet. We got some bling on there. And these are some images from Calico Collage. This one has glitter on it. This one does not, but this one does. And then first ones we made were, again, spraying Tattered Angels onto a paper doily. I stamped and then watercolored the purple butterflies, and then we stamped in the corner. All right, so let's pick a winner of the gel prints, and then we will start the raffle for one journal. I have a couple that y'all can pick from. So whoever wins can pick whatever journal they want. Because I didn't have time to do a whole journal before the live this past week. Thank you so much. Alrighty, get rid of that. Let's pick a winner. And the winner of the gel prints is Tori Bat. Well, congratulations, Tori. I'll get those sent out to you. I think I have a prize for you as well. I know she had to leave, but she may watch the replay. Okay. So let's go here, and let's see. I got to get the right phrase, so get me one moment. One junk journal. So those that have donated, you're eligible to enter the raffle. And remember that when you donate, it gets you a membership on my website at lindaisrael.com. So come hang out with me, and then go over to my website, and after you've made the donations today, and you can get your membership, which gets you a 5% discount on items in my shop, and you get a bunch of my digital downloads for free, and during the live stream that you donate, you get a chance to win one of the journals that I give away. All right, so this is the Garden Tea Party planner that I made when the Garden Tea Party kit came out. And so I'm just going to quickly flip through it. If you've watched any of my past live streams, you probably have seen where I made this journal during the live. So I'm going really quick. This is the blackberry dyed paper. Got some sprayed and Tattered Angels paper. So this has got a little flippy page in it. Lots of journaling space. Be perfect for this early summer to journal in. Okay. See that? So if you want the planner, say planner. I have a couple of these wedding journals, and they're pretty much the same. They just have a different image on the front. And this was from I can't remember the name of the kit. It may be Tie the Knot. That may be the name of it, Tie the Knot. And so this was some random things I had left over. This is a long time ago that I made it out of the kit, and using leftover scrapbook papers and book pages and die cut images. I had these for sale in a shop, and then when I closed down my booth because the sales for everywhere was terrible, I brought it all home. I've sold a few things, but I never put them on my website, so I thought I would show them again. I think I've given away 2 of them already. I had 6 left. I think I'm down to 2. Oh, thank you, Ada, for your donation. So there's 2 of those. If the lady is pretty much the same as the one with the doves. And then this is my sunflower journal using some burlap, lace, and sunflower fabric. I did a tutorial how to make the cover. And then the kit inside, I had a whole bunch of pages that I printed a long time ago from the Sunny Mornings from Calico Collage. And I did a tutorial on how to add trim to the paper by using punches. And then I just made up the journal. I made 2 of them. It's just got pockets here. journal cards. It's bright. So, when I draw your name, the winner, you can choose which journal you would like to have today. I think the sunflower one is a high favorite. I think if Barb was here, she would want the planner. It's got some of my Franken page where I have painted pages, used different book pages, made a little patchwork. Apparently not multitasking today. There's a big tag that flips over the page, and then you have journaling space, and when you flip this over to this side, you've got one over here as well. And then there's a pocket in the back. Now I made that in June of 2021. All right, we're going to do the raffle winner. Your friend Glennis would love this one. She loved, what do you call the sunflowers? And there's lace that I sewed on top of the sunflower fabric. Okay, so tell me which one you want. You want the garden tea party, the sunflowers, or a wedding? And then you can tell me which one of the wedding that you want. Let's see, we had these people donated: Lori, Robin, Nadine, Ruby, Janice, Rhonda, Margie, Laura, Robin again, Nadine again, Heather, and Ada. Thank you so much for donating today. I greatly appreciate your support. Fingers crossed. Yellows is her favorite. Oh, I bet then she would love this. Okay, so we got Robin, Heather, Rhonda, Laura, Ruby Lily, Janice, Lori, Margie, Ada, and Nadine. Who are we missing? Laura? Did I say Laura? Yep, Laura's in. Robin's in. I'm just trying to make sure I didn't miss anybody. Heather Blood is in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I think we got it. Lori Merchant. All right, let's pick a winner. The winner is Rhonda. Congratulations, Rhonda. Which journal would you like? Would you like the garden tea party, the sunflower, or would you like a wedding journal? Bonus, I may give you two. I think I hear thunder, so I think we're getting off at the right time. I think my phone just told me we had National Weather Service. It's coming. Severe thunderstorm warning right now. Whoop, whoop. Thank you all for being here. I know today was a little laid back, but, you know, sometimes you just need a relaxing day. And when you're making things, you shouldn't stress about it because it's not fun that way. So when you go to sit down to create, have some fun. Let it just flow, play with it a little bit. You know, it may take you an hour to do one journal card, and that's okay. It can do that. You may be super quick and get them done in 2 minutes flat. That's okay too. Just have fun with what you're doing. All right, let's see. What did... Yay, Lori! I'm glad you got it. Yay! Okay, let me see. Rhonda, you didn't say which one you wanted. Rhonda, which one do you want? Yeah, it's getting close. That's what I thought. So I'm glad I was able to get done quicker. So I'm waiting on Rhonda. She hasn't replied. Maybe I'll have to send her a Facebook message. Yeah, I hear the thunder. I hear it. I hear the thunder is coming. Let's go outside and look. Look at show. Pardon me. Right on time. Alrighty, everybody. Well, I'll get with Rhonda later. She'll let me know which one she wants. Thank you so much for being here today. I greatly appreciate your support. I'll be back Monday, and we will be putting together... Oh, that's the wrong browser, Linda. We'll be putting together a journal, and I will use the elements that I created today, as well as I'm going to be making some other elements out of that I made it for a video, and using some printed materials from Collage digital downloads. So I hope that you enjoy all of that. Hail in 14 minutes. Okay, I'm trying to hurry. She likes the best. Alrighty. Well, I'm going to get off here. Y'all have an amazing rest of y'all's day. We'll see you on Monday's live stream before I get too tongue-tied. Will do, will do. And mainly I'm just trying to get off so I don't ruin my computer if we have a power flicker. So I'm not worried about our well-being. So please don't panic. Gotta bunker down. Alrighty. Y'all take care. Lots of love, everybody. Bye-bye.